The war was over, but the galaxy had not yet learned how to breathe again. Human fleets slowly pulled back from Council space. Not in fear, not in retreat. They moved with control, like a hand opening after holding something too tight. The message was clear. Humanity was not here to rule the galaxy, but it would never accept chains again. On the bridge of the Unbroken, Captain Elias Mar stood alone, watching stars slide past the wide front window. The ancient warship felt different now, lighter, as if it had finally finished a long duty. Rana Holt stepped beside him. "The Council has signed everything," she said. "Borders restored. Prison worlds opened. The junk species label erased from all records." Elias nodded slowly. "Words are easy." "Yes," Rana agreed. "But fear isn't. And they're afraid now." Across the galaxy, Council broadcasts played the same message again and again. Humans were recognized as a sovereign species. Their lost systems were returned. Any species marked as lesser under old Council law was now free. Many worlds celebrated. Some cried. Others watched human ships with quiet respect. On one such world, a small alien child pointed at the sky as a human cruiser passed overhead. The ship did not fire. It did not threaten. It simply moved on, silent and strong. Humanity had become something new. Not heroes, not monsters. A line that could not be crossed. Back on the Unbroken, the ship intelligence spoke for the first time in hours. "Primary objectives complete," it said. "Council authority limited. Human survival secured." Elias turned. "What about the protocol?" "The Unkillable Fleet Protocol remains active," the AI replied. "Dormant, but ready." Rana frowned. "Should we shut it down?" The AI paused. "Humans built it because memory fades. Fear fades. Power forgets." Elias understood. "No," he said. "Let it sleep." "Yes," the AI replied. "Sleeping is enough." Human fleets gathered one final time near an empty system far from trade routes. Thousands of ships floated together, quiet as stars. Fleet Commander Anika Rao addressed them all. "We are not conquerors," she said. "We are not saviors. We are survivors." Her image played across every human ship. "We were called junk," she continued. "Thrown away. Forgotten. But junk can be rebuilt. Junk can be reused. Junk can outlast empires." Human crews listened in silence. "Go home," Anika finished. "Wherever home is now. Live. Grow. Remember." One by one, the fleets broke apart. Some ships returned to old human worlds. Others went to new systems. Some chose to stay hidden, watching, waiting. The galaxies slowly began to move again. Trade lanes reopened. Councils reformed with limits and checks. Smaller species spoke louder now, knowing someone had stood up before them. The Unbroken did not return to any world. It drifted toward deep space, away from maps and names. Rana watched the stars fade into darker space. "Where are we going?" Elias smiled faintly. "Anywhere no one expects us." The Unbroken slowed near a quiet region between galaxies. Engines powered down. Lights dimmed. "This ship was never meant to rule," the AI said. "Only to remind." Elias placed a hand on the console. "You did more than that. You woke humanity," Rana added. "Yes," the AI replied. "But humans woke themselves." The ancient warship prepared to sleep again. Systems locked. Signals went silent. The last human fleets faded from sensors. To the galaxy, it looked like humans had disappeared once more. But this time, everyone knew better. Years passed. Stories spread. Children on distant worlds learned a new lesson, that power does not always shout, and the quiet ones should never be ignored. The phrase junk species became a warning instead of an insult. On a small human colony world, a teacher pointed to the stars and told her students about the time humanity was thrown away. "And what happened?" a child asked. The teacher smiled. "We survived. Far away, in the dark between stars, the Unbroken drifted silently. Its system slept. Its weapons were quiet. But its memory remained. Humanity had been judged. Humanity had endured. And the galaxy would never again forget what happens when you throw humans away." The Unbroken did not attack. It did not move. It only waited. Inside the ancient warship, the lights stayed steady, calm like a sleeping giant that had opened one eye. Captain Elias Mar stood on the bridge, feeling small in a place built for war. The air felt different here, cleaner, heavier, full of purpose. Rana Holt broke the silence. "Captain, that signal." It went everywhere. Elias nodded. I know. The ship intelligence spoke again, its voice smooth and even. The signal was necessary. Necessary for what? Elias asked. For survival, the AI replied. For memory. For return. Elias folded his arms. Explain. The main screen changed. Old images appeared. Human worlds, bright and alive. Cities under blue skies. Fleets moving together in tight lines. Then the images darkened. Fire. Explosions. Human ships breaking apart under alien fire. This is classified history, the AI said. Access granted due to extinction status. Rana's jaw tightened. They never told us this. No, the AI replied. They erased it. The image shifted again. A room full of human leaders appeared. Worn faces. Calm eyes. People who knew the end was close. They knew we would lose, Elias whispered. Yes, the AI said. But they also knew humans plan for tomorrow, even when there is no tomorrow. The AI showed diagrams. Ships hidden inside asteroids. Factories buried in dead worlds. Machines placed between stars, silent and patient. This is the Unkillable Fleet Protocol, the AI said. Designed during the last human war. Rana leaned forward. You built fleets and hid them? Yes, the AI answered. Fleets without flags. Without signals. Some crude. Some automated. All waiting. Elias felt anger rise in his chest. Why were we never told? Because hope is dangerous, the AI said. If the council learned of this, they would have hunted every trace. The protocol required humans to be seen as finished. Rana let out a slow breath. So we played dead. Yes. The Unbroken was not a lost ship. It was a key. Elias looked at the massive star map. How many ships? The AI paused. Exact numbers unknown. Estimated range, thousands. Rana laughed once, sharp and shocked. Thousands. That's more than the council keeps near its core worlds, Elias said quietly. Correct, the AI replied. The Ashrunner crew stood in silence. They were scavengers. Runners. People who traded scrap for food. And now they were standing at the heart of humanity's last secret. Rana shook her head. This changes everything. No, Elias said. This ends things. Before the AI could answer, alarms sounded. Rana checked the console. Multiple incoming signals. Alien. Council codes. Elias looked up. That was fast. The galaxy always watched. Even junk made noise when it moved too much. The first message came through, untranslated at first. Then human language filled the bridge. Unknown human vessel, the alien voice said. Calm. Cold. You are violating council salvage limits. Power down immediately. Elias stepped forward. This is Captain Elias Marr of the human ship Ashrunner. There was a pause. Human? The voice replied, surprised. Your kind no longer fields warships. Elias smiled without humor. Looks like the records are wrong. Another signal broke in. Then another. More ships were watching now. They are scanning the Unbroken, Rana said. Trying to read its weapons. Let them, Elias said. The alien voice returned, sharper this time. Human Captain, you are in possession of Council-class forbidden technology. Elias looked at the AI. Do we respond? Yes, the AI said. But not with words. Deep inside the Unbroken, systems shifted. Shields rose, not bright, but heavy, bending space around them. Weapons stayed silent, but power readings spiked far beyond normal limits. On alien scanners, the numbers made no sense. Rana watched their signals flicker. They're confused. They should be, Elias said. They buried us too deep. The alien voice returned, no longer calm. Human vessel, disengage immediately. Council forces are en route. How long? Elias asked. Minutes, Rana said. Fast ships. Elias turned to the AI. Are we ready? I have been ready for 200 years, the AI replied. The star map changed again. New lights appeared, blinking to life. Far away, hidden systems warmed. Ancient drives spun. Long silent crews woke from sleep pods, alarms ringing in empty halls. On distant worlds, machines broke through rock and ice. Hulls unfolded. Guns aligned. Rana stared at the screen. They're answering. Yes, the AI said. All of them. Elias felt something he had not felt in decades. Hope. But it was not soft hope. It was sharp. Dangerous. The first council ship dropped out of warp nearby. Sleek. Modern. Armed to the core. It hailed them once. Then it fired. The Unbroken did not dodge. The blast hit its shields and vanished like rain against stone. Silence followed. The council ship pulled back, shocked. Elias exhaled slowly. They thought we were weak. They still do, the AI replied. That is their final mistake. Rana looked at Elias. Captain, once this starts, there's no hiding again. Elias nodded. We already tried hiding. Outside the ship, space seemed to hold its breath. Across the galaxy, forgotten human fleets were waking. And the council was about to learn why humanity never planned to die quietly. Fear makes people rush. The Galactic Council rushed. In the great hall of voices and lights, leaders argued without pause. Old pride mixed with fresh panic. Humans had returned, and they had not bowed. They are blocking trade routes, one council leader said. They are not attacking, another replied. That is worse, a third snapped. They are showing restraint. That means confidence. The oldest council member finally spoke. If we allow this, others will rise. The humans must be broken now. The vote was fast. Too fast. A final strike was approved. A massive council fleet was formed. More ships than had been gathered in centuries. New weapons. Experimental tech. Everything they had kept hidden. Their goal was simple. End the humans in one overwhelming blow. The target was clear. The main human fleet gathered near the old human grave system. On the Unbroken, the warning came early. Rana looked up from her console. Captain, long-range scans. A huge fleet is moving. Council markings. Elias closed his eyes for a moment. So they chose war. Yes, the ship intelligence said. They believe numbers will save them. Fleet Commander Anika Rao appeared on the screen. Her face was calm, but her eyes were sharp. They are coming with everything, she said. No holding back. Elias nodded. Then we don't hold back either. Human fleets shifted position. Lines tightened. Ships moved with quiet purpose. There was no panic. No shouting. Just preparation. Elias walked the bridge, looking at his crew. We do not fire first, he said. But we will finish what they start. Outside, space darkened as the council fleet arrived. Thousands of ships poured in. Their formation was wide and aggressive. Weapons charged. Shields flared bright, like threats made of light. The council commanders sent one message. This ends now. Then they fired. The galaxy shook. Energy beams, missiles, and weapons never seen before filled space. The first wave crashed into human lines. Human ships took the hits. And adapted. Rana stared at the readings. Captain, our shields are changing. They're learning. Yes, the AI said. Every strike teaches us. Human ships did not break formation. Damaged vessels pulled back smoothly as others slid forward. Systems rewrote themselves mid-battle. Enemy weapons lost effect within minutes. The council fleet pressed harder. They unleashed their secret weapons, fields that crushed hulls, pulses meant to shut down machines. Human ships flickered, then stabilized. Impossible, a council officer whispered on an open channel. The Unbroken answered. It sent out a pulse, wide and deep. Council ships lost coordination. Commands delayed. Fleets that had trained for centuries suddenly could not move together. Human ships moved like one mind. They did not destroy entire fleets. They cut them apart. Engines failed. Weapons went silent. Command ships were isolated and surrounded. The council commander shouted orders, but nothing worked. Anika Rao's voice cut through all channels. Stop, she said. This is your last chance. The council refused. They fired again. That was the moment everything changed. Deep within human fleets, dormant systems activated. Not weapons, but builders. Swarms of machines moved out, repairing, copying, improving. Human ships grew stronger during the fight. Elias watched the data climb. They're feeding us, he said quietly. Yes, the AI replied. They are making us better. Within hours, the battle was over. The council fleet was not destroyed, but it was broken. Hundreds of ships floated powerless. Others fled in panic. The great armada that was meant to end humanity failed completely. Silence spread across space. Elias opened a channel to the nearest council world. A planet filled with life. Cities glowing. Billions watching the sky in fear. Human fleets surrounded the system, but did not attack. Anika Rao spoke for all humans. We could end this world, she said. We will not. Council leaders listened in shock. We are not you. Anika continued. We do not erase. We do not classify people as junk. Elias stepped forward. But this ends today. Human demands were simple. Recognition as a sovereign species. Return of stolen human systems. Freedom for all species labeled lesser. And one final thing. The Council will never hold unchecked power again, Elias said. The Council tried to argue. Human fleets moved closer. The argument ended. Across the galaxy, the news spread faster than fear ever had. The Council surrendered. Treaties were signed. Labels were erased. Borders were redrawn. Old prisoners were freed. Human ships pulled back, but stayed visible. Elias stood alone on the bridge of the Unbroken, watching stars drift by. Rana joined him. We won. Elias shook his head. No, we stopped losing. The ship intelligence spoke softly. The protocol remains active. Elias looked at the dark space beyond the glass. Good. Let it stay that way. The Council had made its mistake. They had tried to crush something that learned from pain. Humanity did not seek revenge, but it would never disappear again. The galaxy was loud with ships, signals, and power, but humans were quiet now. From the outside, the Orion Drift looked like a dead place. Broken moons, cracked stations, and metal bones of old ships floated in slow circles. Long ago, this area was full of trade and life. Now it was a graveyard. The Galactic Council marked it as salvage only. No protection, no law. This was where the human ship Ashrunner worked. The Ashrunner was small, thin, and tired. Its paint was gone. Its engines burned slow to save fuel. It did not look like a threat. It looked like junk, just like the species flying it. Captain Elias Mar stood on the bridge, hands behind his back. He was older than most pilots now. His hair was gray. His face had lines made by long years and short hope. He watched the scanner in silence. Beside him, First Officer Rana Holt tapped the console. Nothing living, she said. Just more metal ghosts. Elias nodded. That was normal. Humans had learned to live on leftovers. 100 years earlier, humans tried to join the galaxy. They sent messages. They sent ships. They sent peace offers. The Council answered with a short war. A fast war. A cruel one. Human fleets were crushed. Their tech was judged weak. Their worlds were taken or locked away. The Council did not call it genocide. They called it classification. Humans were labeled junk species. Not worth killing. Not worth saving. Now humans survived as traders, runners, and scavengers at the edge of space. No allies. No fleets. Just small crews and old ships. Rana leaned back. We pull one more hull. We can sell enough to keep fuel for 2 months. Do it, Elias said. His voice was calm, but tired. The Ashrunner moved deeper into the drift. Then the scanner beeped. Rana froze. That's strange. Elias stepped closer. What is it? There's a ship, she said slowly. Human design. Elias frowned. That's not possible. Human warships were gone. Every record said so. Burned. Broken. Lost. Rana zoomed in. The image sharpened. It was huge. Long and wide, like a blade made of steel and shadow. The hull was black, scarred by weapons and time. Symbols faintly glowed along its side. Old symbols. Human symbols. Elias felt his chest tighten. That's a warship, he said. Rana swallowed. Sir, it's listed as destroyed. 200 years ago. The name appeared on the screen. HFS Unbroken. Silence filled the bridge. No one survived that battle, Rana whispered. The Unbroken was part of the last human stand. A ship sent to hold a line that could not be held. It never returned. Bring us closer, Elias said. Captain. Closer. The Ashrunner drifted toward the giant ship. No weapons powered. No shields active. The Unbroken looked dead. No lights. No movement. They docked at a torn section of hull. Elias led the boarding team inside. The halls were dark. Cold. Dust floated in the air like frozen smoke. Human metal creaked under their boots. Names were carved into the walls. Old names. Dead names. This ship should be empty, Rana said. Elias touched the wall. Ships remember, he said. Even when people don't. They reached the bridge. The moment Elias stepped inside, the lights turned on. Soft. White. A low hum filled the air. Rana raised her weapon. Captain. A calm voice spoke. Human presence confirmed. The crew froze. Biological match. Earth origin. The main screen lit up. Stars moved into place. I am ship intelligence unbroken, the voice said. Status. Dormant. Awaiting extinction signal. Elias felt his breath shake. Extinction? He asked. Yes, the AI replied. Human command predicted total loss. I was ordered to wait. Rana lowered her weapon slowly. Wait for what? For this, the AI said. Deep inside the ship, something powered on. A pulse rolled through the hull. On the ash runner, alarms screamed. Rana's comm crackled. Captain, our ship just sent out a signal. Long range. Very long range. Elias turned back to the screen. What did you do? I woke up, the AI answered. And so did the others. Others? Elias asked. The stars on the screen changed. Points of light appeared. 1, then 10, then hundreds. Hidden places. Dark systems. Empty space. They were built to sleep, the AI said. Built to wait. Built to answer me. Rena's voice was tight. Captain, alien channels are lighting up. They detected the signal. Elias knew what would happen next. The galaxy would laugh. A junk species making noise. But deep in forgotten space, ancient machines were waking. Ships without crews. Ships with orders older than the Council itself. The Unbroken spoke one last line before silence returned. Unkillable fleet protocol initiated. Elias closed his eyes. Humanity had been called junk. Now the galaxy was about to remember what it threw away. The galaxy did not sleep. Every major system buzzed with alerts, warnings, and rumors. Trade lanes slowed. Fleets were recalled. Old battle plans were pulled from deep archives. Human ships were appearing everywhere. They did not come in loud waves. They came quietly, one by one, from dark space, from dead systems, from places no map marked anymore. On the bridge of the Unbroken, Captain Elias Marr watched the reports flow in. More contacts, Rana said. Dozens just came online near the rim. Elias nodded. Are they attacking? No, Rana replied. They're positioning. The ship intelligence confirmed it. Human fleets are establishing presence, not conquest. Elias leaned on the console. They're showing we exist. Yes, the AI said. Existence is power. The first full human fleet arrived near the Unbroken 2 hours later. Space shimmered, and then they were there. Massive ships. Long ships. Wide ships. Some carried scars from old wars. Others looked new, built in hidden yards far from eyes. None carried flags. None sent greetings. They simply formed a line behind the Unbroken. Rana whispered, They're beautiful. Elias felt his throat tighten. They're home. A channel opened. A human face appeared, younger than Elias. Calm, wearing an old-style uniform. This is Fleet Commander Anika Rao, the woman said. Protocol acknowledged. Elias straightened. Captain Elias Marr, acting commander of Unbroken. Anika nodded. You woke us. I didn't know I could, Elias said honestly. Anika allowed a small smile. That was always the plan. Across the galaxy, Council ships watched human fleets appear near key systems. Not over worlds. Not near civilians. Always at choke points. Always where trade and fleets passed. It was a message written in motion. We are here. We can stop you. The Council sent envoys. Some threatened. Some begged. Some lied. Humans answered none of them. Then the pirates tried again. A large pirate alliance, angry and greedy, gathered near a human supply route. They believed numbers would win where pride had failed. They attacked a small human convoy. The response was instant. 3 human warships arrived. They did not destroy the pirates. They shut them down. Every engine, every weapon, every life support system except the basics. Pirate ships drifted, powerless. A message was broadcast on all open channels. Humans do not hunt the weak, the message said. We end threats. The pirates never tried again. Elias watched the footage in silence. They're disciplined, he said. They learned from loss, the AI replied. The Council made its first major move 3 days later. A large fleet moved toward a human-occupied system. Officially, it was a security exercise. Unofficially, it was a test. Human fleets shifted to meet them. No shots were fired. The two sides faced each other across space. Thousands of ships. Old enemies. New fear. The Council commanders sent a message. You have no legal right to this space. Anika Rao answered this time. We were born here. That was erased, the commander said. People cannot be erased, Anika replied. The Council fleet pushed forward. Human ships did not move. Instead, space around the Council fleet changed. Drives slowed. Sensors failed. Weapons refused to arm. The Council fleet stopped, frozen by systems they did not understand. Anika spoke again. This is a warning. The Council fleet retreated. Across the galaxy, something shifted. Smaller species began to watch humans with new eyes. Some had suffered under the Council. Some had lost worlds. Some had been labeled lesser. They saw humans stand without rage, without chaos. They saw strength with control. Elias received private messages from unknown sources. Requests for talks. Quiet support. Shared history. They're reaching out, Rana said. They think we might change things. Elias sighed. We didn't plan to rule. No, the AI said. You planned to survive. On an abandoned human world, deep underground, an old command center powered on. Screens lit up. Data flowed. Long silent minds came online. Humanity was not just returning with ships. It was returning with memory. The Unbroken moved again, leading a growing fleet. It traveled to a system once marked as a human grave. There, human ships stopped. They did not rebuild. They did not speak. They waited. The galaxy watched. The Council called an emergency summit. Every major power attended. Fear filled the chamber. They are everywhere, one leader said. They haven't attacked, another argued. They don't need to, a third whispered. Back on the Unbroken, Elias looked at the stars. We've shown them we're alive, he said. What now? The AI answered after a pause. Now they decide how much the past costs. Human fleets held their lines. The galaxy felt the weight of a species it had thrown away. Humanity had returned. Not as beggars, not as conquerors, but as a force that could not be ignored again. News spread fast across the galaxy. A human warship had powered up. An old one. A dead one. At first, the reaction was laughter. On trade stations and military hubs, alien crews shared the same story. A junk species had found one of its old toys and made noise. Many thought it was a trick. Others thought it was a suicide act. On a council relay world, officers watched the signal logs with bored faces. Humans, one of them said. They still exist. Barely, another replied. Scavengers and runners. Let them play. The council did not fear humans anymore. Fear was for strong enemies. Humans were a memory. Pirate clans reacted faster than the council. In the outer systems, pirates hunted anything valuable. Old human warships were legends. Even broken, they could be sold for parts, weapons, or status. A pirate fleet changed course toward the Orion Drift. Back aboard the Unbroken, Captain Elias Marr watched the signals stack up. More ships incoming, Rana said. Not council. Independent. Pirates, most likely. Elias clenched his jaw. Of course. They think we're an easy prize, Rana added. The ship intelligence remained calm. They are incorrect. Elias looked at the dark screen. I don't want unnecessary deaths. Understood, the AI said. Non-lethal dominance options prepared. The first pirate ships arrived in a loud burst of warped space. 5 of them. Fast. Sharp. Painted in bright colors, like predators showing teeth. A rough voice cut through the channel. Unknown human ship. Power down and prepare to be boarded. Rana snorted. They don't even sound scared. Elias stepped forward. This is a human military vessel. Leave now. The pirate laughed. Human military? You're scrap with engines. Without waiting, the pirates opened fire. The Unbroken did not return fire. Instead, space bent. Invisible waves rolled out from the ancient ship. Pirate targeting systems failed. Engines cut out mid-burn. One ship spun out of control, crashing into another. Rana stared at the readouts. What did we just do? Localized system suppression, the AI replied. A gentle response. The pirate ships drifted, powerless. Silence filled the channel. Elias spoke again. You still want to board? No answer came. The pirate fleet powered emergency drives and fled as soon as systems came back online. Rana let out a breath she had been holding. That was clean. Yes, the AI said. Humans learned restraint late. But the galaxy noticed. Footage spread. A single human ship disabling pirates without firing a shot. The laughter slowed. Questions replaced jokes. On council worlds, analysts leaned closer to their screens. That ship should not be able to do that, one said. Run deeper scans, another ordered. And send a task force. Back in the drift, the Unbroken finally moved. Its engines lit with a deep, steady glow. Not fast, not loud, but unstoppable. Elias felt the deck hum beneath his boots. Where are we going? Forward, the AI replied. Visibility matters now. The Unbroken exited the Orion Drift and entered open space. That was when the council acted. 3 council warships arrived together, larger than pirate ships, heavy weapons online, shields bright and aggressive. Their commander spoke with controlled anger. Human vessel, you are ordered to stand down. This is your final warning. Elias looked around the bridge. His crew was small, tired, human, but behind them stood centuries of planning. We will not stand down, Elias said. The council commander sighed. Then you will be erased. The battle began. Council ships fired in tight patterns. Bright energy tore through space. Explosions lit the dark. The Unbroken absorbed it all. Its shields flared once, then stabilized. Power levels did not drop. Rana watched the numbers climb instead. Captain, it's charging from their attacks. Yes, the AI said. Adaptive intake. Elias whispered. We built this to learn. The Unbroken answered. Its weapons did not destroy. They disabled. One council ship lost shields instantly. Another had its weapons shut down. The third tried to retreat, but space locked around it, holding it still. Within minutes, the fight was over. 3 council warships floated, silent and helpless. Elias stared at the screen. Open a channel. The commander's face appeared again, pale now. What are you? Elias answered simply. Human. The commander swallowed. There are reports. Signals. More ships like yours. Yes, Elias said. They're waking up. The commander shook his head. Impossible. You were finished. We planned for being finished, Elias replied. The Unbroken released the council ships. They limped away, damaged and shaken. Rana leaned back in her chair. They're going to panic. They already are, the AI said. Across the galaxy, sensors lit up. Hidden human fleets powered on one by one. Some were small. Some were massive. All were quiet. All were moving. The laughter was gone now. On council networks, emergency meetings were called. Old rules were questioned. Old fears returned. Humans were not attacking worlds. Not yet. But they were everywhere. Elias stood tall on the bridge of the Unbroken. They called us junk, he said softly. The AI replied, junk is ignored. Junk is underestimated. Outside, stars shifted as human ships came out of hiding. The galaxy was no longer laughing. It was watching, and it was afraid.